Good morning. Ready for some motivation on a Monday? Let's have some Monday morning motivation. It's always a good thing, I think, to start the week looking to what you want to achieve rather than start the week thinking about all your day-to-day stuff. And let's face it, if you're in business and you're running the business and you're doing all the jobs, as many of us are, it's easy to get bogged down in the day-to-day. So somehow we've got to try and elevate ourselves to attend to the bigger things in business. And it's the bigger things in business that actually deliver the results that we're after. Now, yes, we must attend to the day-to-day. We've got to do all the little things because at the end of the day, it's only the activity that we can control. And I think it was only last week we talked about that. We can control the activity, but we can't control the outcome. So in order to achieve the outcomes that we want, we have to ensure that we're using all the activity that's necessary, but at the same time, we have to ensure that we're not undertaking activity that's simply draining from us. So how do we do this? Well, we've got to keep our mind on all of the things that we want to achieve, why we want to achieve them, how we want to achieve them, etc. And perhaps a couple of things that we could look at today, just to give us an idea of how we're going to ensure we get the results that we want, is think seriously about what it is that you want to deliver to your client. What is it that you're going to bring to your client? Now, whatever it is that you do, there's a whole lot of day-to-day stuff that you do, and most everybody that you do business with isn't going to be interested in much of that. It's all too hard, it's difficult, all this day-to-day stuff. But what they're really interested in is the outcome that you can deliver to them. So if you can think about that and have a really clear idea of how you're going to express that to potential customers, chances are you'll actually get more customers. Now, the other thing that you probably want to think about is what do you want to bring to yourself? Lots of people go into business with a really great idea and a thought about what it might deliver to them. And because we get bogged down in the day-to-day, very soon we're not really achieving a lot. And we tend to forget why we went into business in the first place. So it's really, really important to stay present with your customers. It's also really, really important to stay present with yourself so that you keep reminding yourself why you're there. Your motivation or inspiration is sometimes difficult to maintain, but if you can keep your eye on the big picture of why you're there, chances are you'll find motivation a relatively easy thing to maintain. So that's all part of why you're doing it. Now, there's a myriad of reasons why people go into business, and we can simplify it and say, oh, we went into business to make money and all that sort of carry on. But each of us has a particular reason why we've gone into business. So think about it. Keep it in mind. Keep it at the top of your mind. And make sure that everything that you do is designed to achieve the outcome that you want. It's very, very important because it's so easy to skip over things, to forget why you're there. And that's what brings us down. We forget why we're there. We don't provide the right service to our customer. All of a sudden, life's tough and we want to give up and run away. If we can keep our eye on why we went into it in the first place, chances are we'll continue to deliver the good quality service, and more people will hear about us. More and more people will be drawn to us. All of a sudden, we've got a thriving business, and more to do, which makes it even more important that we pay attention to why we went into it. So make sure you keep that top of mind. Now, another important thing to think about, of course, is how you're going to do all of this. Every time that you undertake an activity in your business is the perfect opportunity to appraise what it is that you've actually done. I call this part of my Plan, Act, Evaluate course, is we plan what it is that we want to do, and then we take the action necessary to achieve whatever it was that we want to do. But as soon as we've done that, evaluate it. Did it go to plan? If it didn't, what did we do that we might change? Is there something we might do better? The evaluation is an extraordinarily important part, because if we don't evaluate, we might be doing something less than what we might do, which in turn is going to multiply, because once we get into the habit, we just keep doing it that way. And that's not necessarily the best way to do stuff. So do take action, but please plan it first. And after you've taken the action, how about we evaluate? And whilst we want to be kind to ourselves, let's not be so gentle that we don't see objectively what's actually going on. So how can you help with this? If you slip over to the Business website, you can find the Business Life Planner, and that is an excellent way to get started, because it'll help you set out your plans. It will remind you at particular dates through the month and the year that you might have a good look at what it is that you've done so far and compare it to what it was that you thought you were going to do. So grab hold of the Business Life Planner. Absolutely excellent. Takes you right through until the end of this calendar year. So don't be afraid to jump on that and simply put into action all of your plans, but make sure you check on them. Know exactly what it is that you're actually doing when you're out there. So other than that, here we are. It's nearly the end of the month. And if you haven't made plans, if you haven't set goals, please do it. It's not too late. And the best time, of course, it's a bit like what's the best time to plant a tree 20 years ago? Well, second best time, now. So jump out there, get into it, whatever it is that you're doing in your work, enjoy it most of all. And if there's something in your work that you don't enjoy, make sure that you pick the bits that you do enjoy, do those, and get somebody else to do the bits that you don't enjoy. But make sure you get somebody who enjoys doing those bits, because the first thing I think that you want to have returned to you from a business is a life. And too often I hear about people who have the life sucked out of them because of their business, apparently. Not a good thing. Make your business give you a life, but have fun along the way as you figure it all out. So now I'm going to come back next week and do this again, but let me know how you've gone on your week. Let me know what you've achieved. There's plenty of opportunity inside business, or right here on this page for that matter. Let me know how things are going. Thanks everyone for joining. Get across to Business website and pick up a copy of the Business Life Planner. That'll help you a lot. Bye now.